guys, it's Stock Curry, and today we're going to talk about the NIO delivery numbers that were just released Thursday morning. We're also going to talk about what to expect for Tesla's delivery numbers that are being released Friday morning. And we're going to give you an update on AMC. A new SEC filing came out that brought about a lot of confusion. So I'm going to explain what that was about and just try to bring some clarity for you guys. Now, before we get to all of that, I do have some really important updates and some very exciting news. First of all, the votes are in and we have a new lineup for July. Let's welcome Jeremy with Financial Education to the channel. He's going to be replacing Dead Inside, who stopped uploading for the most part. Also, the votes have shown that while most people do not like Chris Sane, he is one of the top 10 YouTubers. So for that reason, we are going to be leaving Chris Sane on the channel. So our top 10 YouTubers for July are Jeremy with Financial Education, Zip Trader, Stockmo, Chris Sane, Larry Jones, Keenan Grace, The Traveling Trader, Tom Nash, Paul Nguma, and Smart Trader. Okay, the next thing is I have a correction from yesterday, really more some information. Yesterday I talked about how you could buy IPOs before they start trading on the open markets using SoFi. What I did not realize, and thank you to Alan Paul for pointing this out, is that SoFi has a no flipping policy. What that means is that if you sell your IPO shares within 30 days of receiving them, you are going to be penalized. And what's going to happen is SoFi is going to stop you from being able to buy any more IPOs before they start trading on the open markets for an entire year. So disregard what I said in yesterday's video. You do not want to sell your pre-market IPOs as soon as they start trading on the open market, because then you won't be able to gain access to any more pre-market IPOs for an entire year. So if you buy IPOs with SoFi before they start trading publicly, just please go ahead and hold those for at least 30 days so that you guys don't get penalized. Okay, now for some really exciting news coming out of Webull. Webull just decreased their initial deposit requirements to $5. So now, if you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $5, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. The bare minimum that you're going to get is $11, and it could be as high as $2,300, just depending upon how lucky you are. Never before have you been able to get started investing with such a small amount of money. Maybe you've never invested before. Maybe you've been watching this channel for a while trying to learn how to invest before you got your feet wet. Maybe you're a broke college student or you're still living at home with your parents. Well, now you can get started on the path to building wealth. $5 could change your life forever. When you deposit $5, you are taking the first step towards a lifestyle of investing. It might be $5 today, and then 2 weeks from now you deposit another $5, and then in another 2 weeks another $5. Maybe you start getting into the habit of depositing every 2 weeks and investing and building up your wealth. And then after a while you say, you know what, I'm not really missing this $5, let me bump it up to $10. And then over time you bump it up to 20, and then 50, and then 100. And before you know it, you have saved and invested more money than you have ever been able to save in your entire life. You can get started on the path to building wealth today by taking the first step today and depositing just $5 into your Webull account. So take the first step towards building wealth. Take the first step. Click the link in the description below, download the app, and deposit your first $5. You will not regret it. All right, let's get into today's stock picks. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 10 YouTubers. Every day, I give you the cliff notes on every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers, as well as my analysis on their stock picks. If anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say talked about that stock, and then go watch their video to get the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, click the bell icon, and then click all so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright, before we get to today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor and none of the YouTubers I analyze are financial advisors either. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any asset. If you're wondering what you're looking at right now, this is the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. Now, unfortunately, the Asian markets are very red right now, with the markets down 1.6%, 1.6%, and 3%. Hopefully, that does not carry over to the United States. Right now, the US futures are flat, but we'll have to see. It could be a really bad red day on Friday. All right, let's get into today's stock picks. First up is AMC, and this is AMC Movie Theaters. Keen and Grace discussed a new SEC filing that deals with some senior convertible notes that AMC sold to Silver Lake. Silver Lake converted their notes into stock at a per-share price of $13.51. It then sold that stock for $713 million. That reduced AMC's debt by $600 million. Now that the convertible notes have already been converted into stock, AMC has filed to deregister the convertible notes. All of that makes sense, and it's just normal business. AMC is just clearing up its balance sheet. But some people on Reddit investigated further and noticed that so long as the convertible notes are registered to Silver Lake, even though they no longer have them, Silver Lake can use the registration of the convertible notes as collateral to short AMC stock. So when AMC's filing to deregister the convertible note is approved in 2 weeks, that will stop Silver Lake from being able to short AMC using collateral that it no longer has. Now that's what Silver Lake could do, but my question is, did they actually short AMC? To answer that question, I looked at the institutional ownership on Fintel. What I found is that Silver Lake does not have a short position on AMC. In fact, they don't have any position at all. Here it is in the 13A filing. You can see that Silver Lake Group has 0 shares currently. If Silver Lake had shorted AMC, the position would be a negative number. Silver Lake has not reported any position in AMC since they last filed that they had closed out their position on January 29th. So in the end, all of this hype boils down to nothing more than a normal administrative procedure to report the convertible notes as exercised and clean up AMC's balance sheet. Next up is CCIV. This is a SPAC and they're merging with Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is an American EV manufacturer. CCIV is set July 22nd as the official shareholder vote date for the merger with Lucid Motors. Once the vote is approved, the merger should happen the next day. CCIV had a pullback today, which was not unexpected given the huge day that it had on Wednesday. You can't expect a stock like CCIV that has gone up 65% over the past few weeks to continue going up forever. There are going to be pullbacks along the way. CCIV has really good momentum and is still trending up, so I'm not at all concerned about today's pullback. Stockmo reiterated his $30 to $40 year-end price target on CCIV. If you don't currently own CCIV and you're looking for an opportunity to buy in, then I will give you a buy-under price of $28 and an ideal buy-in price of $26. Next up is NIO, and this is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. NIO reported delivery numbers Thursday. NIO delivered 8,083 vehicles in June and 21,896 vehicles in Q2. That is in line with expectations of between 21,000 and 22,000 vehicles in Q2. Because the numbers were in line with expectations and NIO did not beat on their delivery numbers, NIO's share price dropped today. It looks like we had a big run-up going into the delivery numbers, and now the stock is selling off. This appears to be a classic buy the hype, sell the news event. NIO is still overdue for a pullback, so I would not be surprised to see NIO drop down as low as $42 before going back up again. The traveling trader thinks NIO will drop down to the 21-day EMA at around $46. I will give you a $48 buy-under price and a $43 ideal buy-in price. In the long run, StockMo thinks NIO will hit $100 by the end of next year, although the traveling trader gave a more conservative $65 to $70 year-end price prediction. Next up is PLTR. This is Palantir, and they're a data analytics company. Tom Nash discovered why ARK Invest sold over 700,000 shares of PLTR and whether or not you should be selling also. First, to put things in perspective, this 700,000 shares represents a mere 2.5% of PLTR's total position. For now, this appears to be a rebalancing of the portfolio due to the fact that PLTR ran up so much over the past few weeks, and ARK Invest is now overweight on PLTR in their portfolio. So ARK Invest had to sell some shares to get their ETF back in line with the rules of the weight of each stock in their portfolio. This is neither a bullish nor bearish sentiment from ARK Invest, but rather just a neutral rule-based rebalancing. Now switching to the technicals, PLTR is bearish right now and should continue dropping in the short term. PLTR was overbought and was due for a pullback. We now have a death cross on the MACD along with the dropping RSI and dropping candles. I have no idea how low PLTR will go before bottoming out, but it will probably be a fairly safe bearish day trade for the next few days. Next up is SOL. This is Rena Solar Power, and they're a solar company. And this is my stock pick for today. SOL had been trending down for the past few months, but now it has found support at around $8 and is starting to rebound. SOL was trading as high as $35 at one point, and the stock is still down a massive 75% from all-time highs. SOL struggled with earnings last year in the wake of the pandemic, but things finally turned around last quarter. The current PE ratio is only 5.83, which makes SOL dirt cheap right now. SOL isn't expected to report Q2 earnings until next month, so you still have time to buy in. The average analyst price target is $11.60, which represents a 28% upside from Thursday's closing price. I like SOL as a long-term hold. I will give you a $9 buy-under price, an $8.50 ideal buy-in price, and a $6.50 stop-loss price. I will also give you a price target of $17. Next up is TSLA. This is Tesla, and they're an American EV manufacturer. TSLA has been flat for the past 5 days, but it's retained its upward momentum. There might be a very small pullback in the short term, possibly as low as $630 over the next week, but after that, TSLA should take off. There's even a chance that TSLA pops and starts going back up starting on Friday. The reason is because TSLA is reporting their delivery numbers before the market open on Friday, and if they beat on deliveries, then that could be an upward catalyst for TSLA. TSLA is expected to deliver 200,000 vehicles in Q2. Unlike NIO, TSLA has not had a huge run-up going into delivery numbers. So even if TSLA meets expectations, that could send the stock price up. I will say that when you see a stock price trading flat for 5 days, that makes options very cheap because it drops the implied volatility on the options. So now would be a great time to buy options on TSLA if it opens flat or slightly down on Friday. StockMo reiterated his $900 year-end price prediction on TSLA, so there's still plenty of upside potential from here. And last we have UWMC. This is UWM Holdings Corp, and they're a wholesale mortgage company. You asked me to review UWMC, so here we go. UWMC took a major hit to its earnings last quarter, which is why it's struggling to get above its pre-merger SPAC price of $10. UWMC is in a downtrend right now, with the MACD dropping, the RSI dropping, and the candles all below all of the EMAs. The good news is that UWMC is approaching oversold in the RSI, so it does look like this downtrend might be over soon. Now, it's actually a great time to buy UWMC for either a short-term trade or a long-term trade. It's hard to say where UWMC will bottom out, but my guess would be somewhere between $7.50 and $8. Therefore, I'm going to give you a buy-under price of $8 and an ideal buy-in price of $7.50. The average analyst price target is $9, which represents a 9% upside potential from Thursday's closing price. If you are able to buy UWMC at $7.50 though, that will give you a 20% upside to the average analyst price target. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. If you're looking for a broker to trade with, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link and deposit just $5, Webull's going to give you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. And if you're not a US resident, or if you want to trade OTC penny stocks, then I recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers has highly discounted trading with commissions starting at just $1 Canadian, 4 euros, or 6 Australian dollars depending upon where you live. Both Webull and Interactive Brokers give you the full pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I do have material connections with both Webull and Interactive Brokers, so when you use my link to sign up, not only are you getting access to an incredible broker, but you're also helping me continue to produce these great videos for you. Now don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.